This is my cheap Mini Cooper S that I bought for just £700, and I am about to take it on about a 300-mile road trip so that I can go to one of the biggest car shows of the year. And while I may have spent a bit of money on this car now to make sure that it's running, driving and roadworthy, I have no idea if it's going to make a 300-mile round trip. Simply because I have never driven it that far. I've done a lot around town in Swansea, but I've never got on the motorway and crunched some serious mileage. But today is the day because I am going to the Gravity show.
This is Gravity.
So there's obviously a bunch of cool stuff that goes on at the Gravity show. So hopefully I get there without any problems. I get to buy some cool merch. I get to see some cool stuff. And fingers crossed, I get to meet some of my favourite YouTubers who've been a really big inspiration to me over the last couple of years. So all is somewhat good so far, done 30 or 40 miles. There is a slight issue, and I say slight because I think I know what the problem is, or I hope I know what the problem is anyway. After about 20 miles, maybe the engine management light did come on. I got out and checked, and the intake pipe from the air filter to the turbo has popped off again. I still haven't really sorted that problem. So, I mean, the car's not in limp mode or anything. I did get out, put it back on. So I think it's still on now because I'm not hearing any whooshing sounds, but the engine management light is still on. It probably needs to be reset. But other than that, the car is driving nice and smoothly. I mean, I found out that there's a feature on this where you can actually get your speedo in front of you. Obviously, there's a massive dial over there that tells me how fast I'm going, but you can get a digital display on you. And actually, when I've checked my fuel consumption, I'm getting 32 to the gallon, which I'm quite impressed, because when I've been driving this thing around Swansea, it's been getting probably like low 20s. But we'll see what it is when we get there, because I am only maybe 30 miles total into this journey, so I've still got like 100 miles to go. I've passed through Merthyr Tydfil on the Heads of the Valleys Road, and I am on my way somewhere into, I don't know, the middle of Wales, to Abergavenny. So done a quick stop at Monmouth services, or the ones just before Monmouth, just to give my mate 5 minutes to catch up, because I'm supposed to be meeting him, but he, out of Swansea, he went straight down the motorway and I went down the Heads of the Valleys. So there's a point in the middle where we should cross over, but I just wanted to make sure I got everything set up because I'm about to go through the Monmouth tunnel, which is something I've been wanting to do since I put the exhaust on this car. So I know it's naughty, but we are gonna give it some beans through the tunnel. So probably gonna have to, I don't know, drop the windows. I don't know, never done this before, never recorded this before, but it's gonna make me smile, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Any moment now, we're coming up to the Monmouth tunnels. Sorry about the wind noise. I've got the windows down because when I get to that tunnel, I want to get some proper exhaust noise. Not supposed to do it, it's childish, but I'm going to do it anyway. Absolutely stinks up here. Farmers must have been doing some farming, and it smells. Nice bit of countryside though. Okay, tunnels are coming right up. You can't see the bend I'm going around, but they are just around this bend, I think. So I'm definitely not going to slow down to go through them. No. Okay, sweet. Tunnel is coming right up. There is nothing behind me, so I can slow down a little bit. Not that you're supposed to do that. That's not what I'm going to do. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was fun. Not quite the pop and bang I was hoping for, but that was still good. Okay, I am just now in the queue for the Birmingham NEC car park. The Mini has made it. Had me a little bit worried with the engine management light, but I don't know. It's either something to do with that intake pipe, or it could just be like an O2 sensor or something. I'm really not sure, but it's made it here. It's driven absolutely faultlessly, other than whatever the fault is causing that light, but that has not caused me an issue. But it is time for me to go park up, get in the queue and get into Gravity, and let's see what's just inside there. This place is absolutely crazy. I haven't even got around like 5% of it yet. There is people everywhere. There are unreal cars everywhere you look. And I've just found the Jack McNeil stand. So I'm gonna go queue, buy something and see if I can meet Jack McNeil, because that guy's a legend. Thanks.
Sick.
Amazing.
See you later, man.
Nice to meet you. Okay, that was pretty cool. I just come away from Jack McNeil's stand, got myself a t-shirt, got to meet Jack McNeil and have a bit of a chat with him. That was pretty cool. I got a bit nervous, didn't really ask him to film anything, but happy with the picture with him. Nice guy. After a quick watch of some RC drifting, which was really, really cool, I decided it was time to take a look at the main event, and that is the unbelievable cars that are all around the Gravity show.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way.
Now that is just about the coolest little Mini ever. It's a Mini, and they've made it minier. That is ridiculous.
I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy. Don't think I'm dead, I'm safe. I'm taking 6 shots, I'm straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, bottles, hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to. Something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to. Something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face.
Okay, this is pretty cool, because where I'm stood right now is kind of like YouTuber's corner, and everywhere I look there's cars that I'm used to watching on YouTube myself. Right behind me there you've got a fleet of Chris Slicks's cars, you've got Officially Gasper there, and literally right behind me you've got Mark McCann's P1 and his KTM. It's crazy, you see these cars and you just don't ever think that you will see them in person, but here they literally all are. And there is probably one of YouTube's most famous cars. It is Matt Armstrong's Audi RS6. Wow. and in that giant queue behind me there is Matt Armstrong somewhere. I am not decided yet whether I'm going to queue 2 to 3 hours to meet him. I would love to meet him because he is, well, he's an icon really, isn't he, amongst YouTubers. But yeah, I mean, that would be pretty sick. But that is a big ass queue. So after deciding not to queue to meet Matt Armstrong, I decided to go and have a look at some very, very nice bikes that were nestled in amongst all of these crazy cars. And with the bikes over with, back to more cars.
This place don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way, so I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get on safe, so I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face, and I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way, so I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me?
Hi, baby. Are you there?
I love these cars. Spin the wheel.
Yep. Lanyard.
Lanyard.
10% off for the next 7 days as well, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Woo! Now that the crowd has gone and the lowriders have stopped performing, I can actually see them. Pretty damn cool. And that is Gravity over. So many insane cars, so much stuff to look at and do. To be honest, you probably need a full weekend to do it. I mean, I got in there about 2 hours after it opened, and I queued for ages to get in, even 2 hours afterwards. But I mean, there is just so much to do. If you get there early and you can get in the queues early, you can get on the racing sims and everything. But I pretty much saw and did everything I wanted to do except for meet Matt Armstrong. I did see him, but I didn't actually get to meet him. But I met Jack McNeil and Chris Slicks, and that was pretty cool. So while I'm up this part of the world, I may as well hit the road and go to Caffeine and Machine for a little bit. Let's go. And here it is. Not a long eventful drive. Well, not a long eventful drive, I should say. Caffeine and Machine. Let's go take a look. See what's actually here. Hoping there's going to be quite a lot here. But you just never know what's going to be here.
I might just break all the heartache, 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 all the heartache.
Well, that was a very quick trip to Caffeine and Machine. It's not particularly busy there. There's not a lot going on. A few nice cars about, but again, it's one of those places, if you pass in, it's worth popping in, but you just never know what's going to show up. So back on the road, because the day is getting on, head back to Swansea, have a bit of fun in the tunnels. Hopefully the camera doesn't die on the way so I can catch a bit of the tunnel action, and job's a good one. Okay, last bit of battery in the camera. We have got tunnels coming up. Car is in sport mode. Oh no, traffic. See if we can get a bit of exhaust noise through the tunnel. Oh, backfiring before the tunnel. Bob. It is the next morning and me and the Mini both made it back in one piece. That was an absolutely great day out, and this Mini just drives so goddamn well. I really properly fell in love with this car yesterday on that drive back from Caffeine and Machine. It just drove so well. It sounded so good. I thought on the motorway it was just going to drone, but when you're cruising at motorway speeds and you put your foot on the throttle a little bit, you just get these little blips and burbles and like really slight pops and bangs and things. And it was so good. Like, for a car that I paid just £700 for, to make it all the way, you know, on a 300-mile road trip and just to be enjoyable the entire time, that's a bit mad. Now, I'd love to say it was faultless, but obviously that engine management light did come on like 20 miles into the journey, and it was in the back of my mind all day, you know, is it going to break down? Is it going to make it? Is it something wrong? So I am in the middle of diagnosing that, and I will find out what that is in a second. Okay, so engine code has gone away. It was just coming up as a oxygen sensor, the one at the front pre-catalytic converter. So I've turned that off for a minute. If it comes back, then obviously I'll change the sensor. Don't know why that decided to pop up yesterday of all days, but not a problem. So I'm really glad that was just an O2 sensor and nothing more serious, because obviously I did do, you know, the best part of 300 miles after the sensor came on. So yeah, hopefully that didn't cause any damage to anything. But Gravity Show was absolutely amazing. Now, I know I didn't do a whole lot of talking and going around the show and showing you what was there. In all honesty, I probably showed you about 5% of what was actually there, because it was just so manic, so rammed there, that you couldn't really get to everything. And I figured something out yesterday, you know, like right now I'm talking to the camera. If I'm in the workshop, I can talk to the camera. But you put me in a big crowd of people and I get quite nervous trying to film myself. So I was a little bit shy, a little bit reserved, trying to get round and film everything. Not entirely sure why, but that's something I'm probably gonna have to get out and work on, because obviously the bigger I want to make this channel, the more stuff I want to do, the more films I want to make, I'm gonna need to go out and film stuff in front of other people, I guess. So something I'm gonna have to get a little bit more comfortable with. But otherwise, it was properly amazing. Now, I didn't get any footage of the drifting. There was a full-blown drift show going on there, and it was absolutely outstanding. But it was just so full of people, you couldn't get anywhere near it. That's actually where I met Chris Slicks. He was literally just outside in the crowd trying to watch the drifting himself with his missus. And I was sure it was him, but I was like 95% sure. But I didn't want to bother him because nobody else was. But in the end, I just plucked it up and was like, "Are you Chris Slicks? Can I have a picture?" So that was pretty cool. So this video has ended up being a bit of a random one. I wasn't gonna do a road trip in the Mini just yet, because originally I'd planned to go to Matt Armstrong's HWBT shop when it opens next, but I don't know when that is. I thought he was gonna have a stall up at Gravity, and my mate asked me to go to Gravity last minute, so I was like, do you know what, let's go, let's film it all, because although I've been in the workshop this week and I've made some progress on things, I've not really quite made enough progress to make that much of a film with the bike for this week. So I've decided to do this instead. So that does now mean that my road trip in the Mini is done, because obviously I drove this nearly 300 miles. I know the car is good. I know it runs great. I know it drives great. So I am confident that if I sell this to someone now, they will be very happy with this car. Even though selling it is going to make me very sad, because I'm very much in love with this car. But it is getting towards the time that I need to move that Mini on, because I've just lined up my next bike flip, and I have spent more on my next bike than I have on any previous bike so far. So if that doesn't sell quickly, I'm going to need to free up some cash from somewhere, and that's probably going to have to be the Mini. As well as getting my next bike flip in and lined up, I've also made some good progress on the Melody, so we will be seeing that very soon. I know I say that every week, but every week when I crack on to do it, there's more hurdles to jump that I didn't think of. But now, I think I'm over the worst of them. So make sure you keep an eye out for the bike stuff that is coming, because a lot of you have said keep rolling with these high ticket or high profit bike flips, the ones where I can buy it, not do a lot, and then sell it for a big profit. So that's what I have prioritized, and I think I got a really good one. So I think for the channel, it's probably time to say goodbye to the Mini, even though I'm going to keep it for probably at least another couple of weeks. You're probably not going to see it again now, because I've done the road trip that I said I was going to do in it. I'm probably going to do a road trip with my missus and the kids, but I'm not going to film that. It's a family day out. So we just give her one last look so you can say goodbye to her for the channel. My beautiful, beautiful Mini. So I think that road trip is a nice way to send the Mini off. So now I think it's worth having a couple of weeks of actual bike stuff, because that's what a lot of you are here to watch. So if you've enjoyed this impromptu road trip video, then make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you've enjoyed everything I've done with the Mini and just the series in general with the Mini, then make sure you let me know in the comments, you know, because I'm definitely going to do another type sporty hatchback or sports car of some sort. So give me some ideas, maybe what I could look out for next. Ideally something I can buy cheap and fix and make a bit of money on. That would be the perfect scenario, because that fits in with what I'm doing anyway. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, then make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss anything else that's still to come. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.